Morning Alpha Traders. We're live. I am live at a very shady, non-disclosed location in the middle of the woods, somewhere in southwestern Indiana. That's right. Dare you come find me? If you can get by the big dogs, you're welcome. So Bitcoin, of course, I got Netflix up on the chart. I was doing a little research, looking for those options trades. Let's go to Bitcoin. There we go. There we go. Little Bitcoin action. Very interesting. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Let me get back over here. What's this on here for? I was checking some IV. All right. What do we got on a 15-minute? We don't want the 15-minute. I'm going to jump right on a weekly real quick. Let's check out this weekly outlier we are having. Beautiful. All the fishers are up. What's up? And Z-score pretty high. Log return Z-score very high. Let's see here. Go up onto the monthly chart. Literally have been talking every higher low we've been getting on the returns oscillator on the monthly chart. I've just been waiting for the move. It was coming. There's no doubt about it. Why everybody else is super bearish. Looking at silly indicators. Definitely not things that are built on the returns. Well, we know what's going on. We got volatility percentile expansion positively correlated. Can't really get a read on the entropy, but we are moving towards the 95 for Laplace distribution range on the monthly. Let's go right over here real quick. Here's the weekly. Of course, this is what we were waiting for. A little mean reversion to the 33 power mean. I blew by that, no problem. We jump up here on the monthly. Let's see where the 33 power mean is. It's up here nice and high, over about 32.5. In the monthly, we turn on the 9-length RMLR. We are at it right now. Let's see, 95 for Laplace on the monthly is about 25.7. Actually, it's up there higher. It's about 26. Nah, 25.840. Second standard deviation normal distributions at about 26.4. You can see here on the weekly real quick. Where are we distribution wise? Same deal. We're holding steady above the first standard deviation normal distribution. Everybody's got to remember when it comes to probabilities, there's a 68.3% chance Bitcoin closes this week below 22.7. Okay, that's inside the first standard deviation normal distribution. We've got the 95 for Laplace distribution range up here at about just a tick over 24,000, 24,074. Let's see, 99.7 Laplace at about 28K. Do I think these are going to make it this weekend? Not really. Maybe we get one more pump. 95 for Laplace. If we do get up to 24K, it's only 1K. Right? We know how Bitcoin moves. It moves very fast when it does. We all know that. Although a lot of these stocks are starting to shape up. Incredible moves yesterday, I'll tell you that right now. There was a lot of stuff flying around. So 95 for Laplace could be a target by Sunday. I believe, what is it, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Yeah, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's when the futures open back up. Already throwing a gap on these CME traders. Not that I give a shit about those gaps at all, because I really don't. They mean absolutely nothing. True gaps, yeah, we're talking volatility ranges, right? We know how those gaps get filled. They always do. You open up above or below volatility, price action volatility ranges. Those things do get challenged and tested all the time. Pretty powerful moves. When it comes to, let me turn off this 30 length real quick because I want to check something. There it is. So there is the 30. So here's that. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. That was a 9? Really? Let me see something real quick. We're on the weekly. Yeah, way above. So if you look at actually it's the 11 length RMLR. Getting ready to have an intersection on the weekly. Especially if this price action definitely stays up. If this thing stays up above 22, we're going to get this intersection maybe at the close, they're probably going to be touching. It's going to be real close because this is definitely going to hike up a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see if that intersection happens. If it does, could get a pretty powerful move. And we turn the 9 off. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Turn the 9 off, and there's a 33. Right? We've been talking about this. We have been talking about this. And this here was the move over here. Right? When we rejected off the 33 power main, we dropped into this 3 SD band just within a 6-week period. That's a hell of a move, right? I mean, we were up here at 48K. That wick took us down to about 25. Jesus. Pulled back up right inside the 3rd standard deviation band. All right. There was literally a 99.7% chance that wick would pull up. 0.03% chance this weekly candle closed below that area. Right. Then we go sideways a little bit. Retest that 3 SD band. Enough's enough, right? Didn't pull back up inside the 2 SD. That's telling me right there this thing's probably going to go sideways. It did. I mean, this is a weekly, so there was a lot of volatility. There was a lot of movement in there. But eventually, mean reverted. Back to the reverse mean of log returns. Dropped down. Almost tested that 1 SD band again, right? Opened up new week. Boom. Immediately went up. Tested that RMLR again. Dumped out. Mean reverted again. Dumped to the first SD band. Finally crossed over the RMLR. Went sideways. Now we've reclaimed the 33 power main. Pretty strong. I don't know what all the YouTube jimmies are out there looking at, but and I really don't care because our tools are exact. They will definitely give you a read of what's going on in these markets. So what am I looking at now? I'm looking at this 33 power main on the monthly. When everybody's going, no, could never happen, could never happen. Sure it could. Doesn't have to. There's probabilities for it to happen, though. You know, it's back up over 30K. Right now, it's just getting back up above the 1 SD band to the downside. Let's put on the 9 here. Boom. Let me see. Let me turn off the 30. I just want to see where these bands are. Yeah, this could get real interesting. I'm definitely looking for this area up here. Just like, you know, I heard some other people talking. You don't know what you're talking about. That area's not going to get retested. It's like, okay, well, we'll see. Well, did it on the weekly? Yep, sure did. So now we got the monthly.
Well, at some point.
If this thing would have went down and got a solid test of the 2 SD band down here, I'd say, yeah, this could happen. This could reject here, though, on this 9-length RMLR. I mean, there's definitely a probability of that happening. No doubt about it. But considering the 30 length is above, and we got the we've got that 33 power mean. This is becoming a magnet for price action. The predictor is definitely giving a shot across the bow, saying this down move is over for the meantime. I mean, look at this monthly candle. It's a beaut. Haven't had a nice strong bull monthly candle in a while. We got to go back to October of 21 before we had any type of bullish candle, right? Of this nature anyway. This type of move. Let me see here real quick. Let's get a good read here. Boom, boom. Yeah, 42% move. That's good. We like that in Bitcoin. Nice 42% move. So we go back over here on the monthly chart. There was all that bull div. Here, let's give a little example here. Let me pull up one of these little indicators a lot of people like to use. Literally was going through YouTube the other day, just looking at some of YouTube Jimmy's clips and stuff and seeing what kind of views these guys are getting. And there was one on the RSI and stochastic that literally had almost 1 million views. Blows my mind that people use this crap, right? Blows my mind. So meanwhile, while people are waiting on the RSI, all lower lows, just like price action. Why? It's a relative strength index of price. It's a ridiculous indicator. Gives you no information at all. Let's bump this thing up against the returns oscillator. You see the difference? Yeah. You see the difference here? Let's check these two indies out. What information is that? Are you getting any good info out of that at all? You got all lower lows on price action. The returns oscillators got all higher lows, creating bull div between log returns and price action. The RSI has got nothing but lower lows. So what are people waiting for? Oh man, let's break up. Oh wait, look guys, don't get in the move yet. The RSI hasn't crossed up the MA yet. I mean, stuff is ridiculous. Give me a break. Is everybody seeing it? This is why we use returns and not price action, right? RSI, stochastics, MACD, moving averages, simple, exponential, most of them. Just ridiculous. You know, there's a few moving averages out there that finish off price action in a normal distribution. We like that. But other than that, these indicators are totally worthless, right?
Yeah.
You might as well be using the Fishers, right? Now the Fishers, were they showing any higher lows? No, they weren't. But that's not what the Fisher, you're not going to see div too much on Fishers. When you do, you better really wake up that the Fishers are showing div. But you've got now 3 of the Fishers on the monthly turning up. That's what we're working with right now. DLP finally starting to move back towards the zero threshold here, which I like to see that. But more importantly, volatility on the 525 read at a 40 percentile. You've got the 981 at a 71.6. Let's go in here real quick. Give me 1 sec. Let's buzz up here and change the, hold on, boom. AVR, we want the 981 read, positively correlated. Boom. So you got the 525 and the 981 positively correlated expanding volatility percentile. The way we've got our indicators set up, we're all about correlation. A lot of people talk about correlation, right? They talk about correlation of assets, especially in like options, right? If you're over in the traditional stock market, you want to know, I mean, if you've got a stock, you want to know if that individual stock is correlated with the index it's in. So if you've got a stock that's running in the SPY or the NASDAQ, right, you want to see if it's correlated with that index. It's powerful. It really is when you want to know what kind of a trade you want to get into. But we also correlate volatility reads to price action. When you do that, it gives you direction. Right? These are some of our little secrets, right? They're not secrets anymore. Most people don't understand it anyway. You want to go out and try to build indicators like these? Knock yourself out, man. Go for it. This is not easy. And those of us at Alpha Trading, you know, a lot of us have I mean, time flies. It's literally been, for a lot of us, in between like 3 to 5 years that we've been studying this volatility stuff. And you'll never go back. Once you start studying it, you start realizing, you know, the path you've been led down by these other so-called TA gurus that have no clue what they're doing, right? They're all in an echo chamber. Did you notice it on YouTube? They're all in an echo chamber. A lot of them will wait on 1 or 2 specific people. They'll copy their stuff, put it in their own format, and blast the same bullshit across the fucking YouTube waves. It's a joke. We don't do that here. Usually we're going against the grain, right? Especially when we're trading. If we're on low time frames, there's a very high probability if you're entering a trade, we're exiting it, right? When we're exiting, you're entering. You're on the other side of our trades most of the time. Here's a good example of why. And this becomes real powerful on low time frames. There's massive discrepancies between these 2 indicators. You need to know about divergence between price action and returns. We teach it here freely. We've got some free indicators you can start to learn about divergence between those 2. Divergence between price action, right? And like RSI, well, does that make any sense? I mean, what is the RSI? I mean, I don't even have to explain this anymore. It's so ridiculous. So, yeah, guys and gals, there's something to all this. You need to understand. You need to understand what's going on. And what I like is what's attempting. Let's see, if we go all the way back, at least to, I mean, it's getting tight right in here. No div, right? This thing's starting to rise. And we've got some from the all-time high, right, on the monthly, starting to set up some hidden bear. Starting to set up some hidden bear. So does this move need to continue? Sure. We could get, though, this first quarter, I even talked about it towards the end of the year, that I thought crypto was going to have a great, even stock market was going to have a great first quarter. It's starting out pretty damn good. Really is. We've seen a lot of lows, a lot of stocks, a lot of cryptos. Obviously, the crypto market's highly correlated. We all know that. You'll have some outliers every once in a while, little shit coins here and there that are just pumping, dumping. But overall, crypto, very correlated. These markets are going to move together, unlike the stock market. That's why the correlation of assets is so important in the stock market, because you'll have individual assets that are just not on the same page, and they don't have to be, right? There's earnings, there's all kinds of stuff going on that you don't see in the crypto market. So good times, good times. And there, speaking of stock market, man, there's a shitload of earnings coming up on some really big companies. So it's going to be a fun time in the options market. Got to play it right though, right? I mean, I was the first to say I played the Netflix earning wrong. It's all good. When the market opens on Monday, I'm going to reevaluate my trade, maybe roll up some positions. We'll see what's going on. I don't know yet. Might just let it play out. Because do I think it's sustainable? And I'm out in the March expiration on that trade. So I got time to let this thing work. And they're defined risk trades, right? I love defined risk trades. You don't have to worry about it, right? You go in knowing the risk. And if you're able to accept that risk, it's a done deal, man. You don't that's what's great about options trading. Yeah, in my opinion. You don't know. You don't have to sit on the low time frame scalping the volatility, which I love to do, but I've been out, I haven't been doing it a lot lately. One of the main reasons is when it comes to the stock market, I'd rather day trade options, right? There's some massive moves. If you could see what some of these puts and calls on these small little moves on 0-day expiration, if you get a good read on those options markets, man, there's a lot of money to be made. Crypto, little different, right? Crypto's a little different in my opinion. I mean, you're down there hustling on these low time frames. You better be prepared. You've got to take your profit fast and often when you're scalping those low time frames. Let me get rid of these real quick. On my little pretty lines. I don't draw on my chart. No chart art. Just showing the difference and get this off. Silly little indicator. Makes 0 sense. So here's the first thing I was noticing on Bitcoin. 4 hour. Does this look familiar? Look what happened. We got this last pump. Here's when you know things are going well. You get an outlier to the top side. All right, this indicator. This is just variance. That's all this is. If you don't know what variance is, Google it. Here, I'll be your Google. It's a spread of data around the mean. That's all it is. It's not a directional indicator unless you build it like Alpha Trading has, right? And you correlate variance to price action for direction. So when variance starts spreading from the mean, you can see the inside line is the variance. The outside line is the correlation. Regular variance is just white. When you start having an outlier, the inside line. Now this is depending on what kind of colors you choose to use. These fit my eye the best. That's why I use them. I've got bad vision. So when it turns pink, you're having an outlier. An outlier is a fat tail event in the distribution. 95.4% move or greater is in effect. I can throw a projection boss on any of these outliers and you'll see it. It's a lot of them will move beyond the 95.4. All right, sometimes they'll pop up on the 99.7. Like a couple of these moves probably are. I could throw it, but for time constraints, we don't need to do it. I've done it a million times. And you use this stuff long enough, I can eyeball it and see. These are probably 95.4 Laplace moves right here. This is definitely 99.7, probably definitely 99.7. So you get an outlier to the top side. Then variance turns down negatively correlated, right? Negatively correlated. Right here, it started rising negatively correlated. And that's, it's kind of, it went from contracting negative to moving back away from the mean negative. Look, created this nice little doji here, right? But then right at the top, here we go again. It went positively correlated, started walking up because then the variance went negative again. Boom, another outlier to the top side. Variance coming down, negatively correlated. Just sent this price action sideways. Then the variance chilled out for a while until just recently. Got another outlier on the 4 hour to the top side. Now it's coming back down, negatively correlated, going sideways, even walking up a little bit. Setting up some hidden bull div, right? Setting up some hidden bull div again, like it did right over here. And then pop, right? We're getting these pops. Pop, 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 pop. So let's see what happens here. If this hidden bull sets up, the fissures look strong. The bands are just now expanding. Are setting up a little bear div on the DLP. Okay, I like the trend. I do like the trend. Volatility was totally expand. Let me blow this up real quick, get a good read. Yeah, it's expanding again. Yeah, of course, with this 4 hour candle. But you can see this little bit of sideways action. After this expansion positively correlated, it started contracting. That's why you get this little bearish candle in here, right? So yeah, good stuff. We love our volatility reads. But now, if you're coming over from traditional markets and stuff, you know, percentile, the things we use a little different than, not a little different, a lot different than just implied volatility. So you got to get used to what you're looking at. But it's good stuff. It is good stuff. And I'm gonna start working with. I'm gonna throw some Pearson correlation on implied volatility. I'm gonna start working on some stuff with implied volatility because they are different reads. Let's see here. What else? Let's drop down through here and see if we have an imminent move here on the weekend again. I even talked about it yesterday on the stream. I was like, the high probability Bitcoin's going to make a move this weekend. It did again. Let's see here. Volatility. Yeah, you got to love that. I mean, just look at the beautiful read down here on the 90-minute, right? You get expanded volatility, positively correlated. The correlation just goes sideways, breaks right here, right when it starts contracting. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. Just kept walking right back up. Look at the 190-minute candle. Went right to the 99.7 Laplace band, pulled right back into the 68.3. This is why you get wicks, especially new traders. You're like, well, what the hell? What's up with these candles? Why do you get these wicks? Probabilities. It's all probabilities. There was a 0.03% chance that this candle would close outside that range. There was a 4.6% chance it would close above that range. But once you get up here, at one time this candle was full. There was a 68.3% chance this candle pulls back and closes in this range. That's why these aren't like these probabilities. People get confused when we talk about these. It's not that there's a 99.7% chance the candle goes here or a 95.4% chance candle goes there. Here's how this works. There's literally a 68.3% chance it stays in that range. There's a 95.4% chance it stays in this range, and we're talking top to bottom. And there's a 99.7% chance it stays in this range. That's why when you get these wild swings, then you see these wicks left behind, this is all algorithmic trading, right? Using the probabilities, knowing what's going on, and wrecking traders. How many people, when we got this little pop right here, probably like, oh, I guess it's still going, and just get in bad positions, especially with a lot of leverage, and you get liquidated. Especially on a move like this. Let me look at this. You get, this is a 90-minute candle. And so if you're out there in traditional or in crypto land and you're trying to scalp these low time frames and you're not using the right tools, you got wrecked right here. Why do I say that? Because this data set literally ran to the 99.7, pulled back, opened up the new candle, and then did a 95.4% Laplace distribution move, right? These algos know how much leverage people in crypto use. Guarantee you people got liquidated right there. Especially if you're not taking your profit, because on this move you're just adding on. Who knows what type of leverage? But if you start down here like 20x, then you start moving, then you start pumping, you're just like, oh boy, I'm gonna add on here, right? Now you're 50x, starts even going higher, and you're like, oh, we're gonna make another leg up. By this time you're like maybe 75x, still not taking your profit. You just got liquidated, easily got liquidated. That's what new traders don't understand. These crypto bucket shops, man, they're definitely a cancer, in my opinion, to traders, just because of the leverage they do offer. Leave leverage where it belongs. Commodities, right? Forex. That's where leverage is to be used, right? In non-volatile markets, right? You can even, throw some in on metals and stuff. Well, they are commodities, but you know what I'm talking about. That's where leverage is to be used. You don't use leverage in volatile markets. That's what leverage is actually for. It'll take a market that's not volatile and allow you to actually make good profits on tiny little moves, which we see in commodities, right? We see in Forex. Although lately, man, the market's all around. A lot of wild shit going on. Definitely starting to pick up. Definitely starting to pick up. We do. Look at the 90-minute, though. Look at the 90-minute returns oscillator setting up some bear div right at the zero mean. So this will be interesting. I got to drop down here. See what the 45. None. I'll tell you what. I was not expecting to see this. I mean, you can see it from over here. This is more long. If this 45-minute gets up here above this zero mean, let me see something real quick. Yeah, you got volatility contracting, negatively correlated. If you see it get back up above here, I mean, this thing could take off and just blow the doors off any div that was setting up like it is on the 90, right? You can see this is a perfect setup here too, but look at the correlation. Correlation's literally telling you, be careful. Don't take this div trade right now. Don't get that entry. Plus, I'm not getting entries on the 90 anyway. Everybody knows that, but I'm just saying. You can like take a time frame, like I was looking at that 90 and just, hey, what if this is the 1 minute? Am I taking that div play? No, it's negative. It's not correlated. It's literally telling you, be careful. Be freaking careful. Now here we jump down on the 33. The returns oscillator is below the zero mean, and we're getting a positive correlation. The fissures, though, and I noticed that on the 90, these things are whacked. They're kind of spread out a bit. Don't really like it. But here we go once again. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. I like it. And Z-score sent an outlier down through the 99% confidence interval, down to the bottom. Right? Usually when you do that, you get these outliers into these confidence intervals. You're gonna work that Z-score is gonna work its way right back up to the upside, most time with another outlier. So this is actually, do I think this weekend moves over? Not really. I really don't. Let me see here. What we got? Now here we go on the 15, right? We are contracting. It's sloping up positive. Fissures are up though. Very, very interesting. Yep, I'm leaping right up to the daily again to see something. The Z-score is high. And here we go again too. Yeah. Interesting. Is what I want to see is BTC close above that first standard deviation. Right? We were just right over here. I want to see it close up above, or wait a minute, what's this monthly? It was the weekly I was looking for. That's strong too though. And because if the weekly breaks, here we'll go back to the monthly. Expand this a little bit. So first standard deviation, 22.7. I want to see Bitcoin close above 22.7. Okay. If that 22.7 breaks, here's the monthly. The monthly's at about 21, right? So here in the next day, if that 22.7 doesn't hold, I would look for this monthly to probably at least make a run back down to 22 to see if that distribution level will hold. We'll see. I like the monthly though. I do like the monthly. It looks good. Just like this is exactly what we were seeing on the weekly. And I was just waiting for that power mean to get retested. Now obviously, first we had to fully mean revert. We saw that. But now, boom, man. This thing could be charging back up here. And a lot of people don't believe this move. How long do you have to be in crypto to realize Bitcoin's a fucking honey badger and doesn't give a shit about what people are talking about? This thing's going to do what it does. It's the honey badger for a reason. It is. Yeah. With all this.
There's some very nice targets up around 23.9 and 23.8 and 24, like the weekly and all that stuff. There's some nice weekly targets there. And some nice daily targets there too on the VRE. So, plus, like you said on the weekly here, like what you're showing exactly on your screen, like returns mean revert. It's been going away from the mean for a while, and now it's reverting, right? So, is it going to meet it up, meet it sideways? Well, it's going to meet it at some point.
24. Let me see something.
24.2. You got the weekly R1, I think it is.
R24 is the R2.
Exactly, weekly R2.
Yeah, boom.
And right below the 23.9, just basically just 24. Just shy of 24. You got the daily.
Yeah. Is that the top of the daily?
R2.
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah,
the top.
of the daily.
Holy shit. No, hell, top of the daily is way up here.
No, no, it's the
25.8.
daily. It's the R2. I'm saying it's the R2.
Oh.
The 23, 23.9, 23, almost 24.
This thing's got room to run.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Sure does.
Weekly.
Yep. I mean, it's ranging. It is a ranging day relatively on the VRE width, but it is still in trend on the daily time frame. So,
oh, yeah, here's the issue.
You know, and even it's walking out of the trend on the 12-hour and lower and all that stuff. But, you know.
Here's
definitely,
the
definitely
issue.
a ranging day. Good for scalps up and down. Take your tops, take your bottoms. But that doesn't mean it can't go up quite a lot even on a ranging day. That's for sure. Because you can have quite a big range, especially when you had a move like yesterday.
Holy shit. I didn't even realize this. Yeah, man, this thing is blown out. Be prepared. You got the top of the monthly range up here a tick under 20K. That changes a little. That changes some things for me. What's a date? What is the date today? 21st, huh? Jesus, man. Usually, now dailies, it's almost a fact you're not going to close outside the entire daily range. But I've seen monthly and weeklies do it. But when we're talking about we're 3K above the top of the monthly range, there's going to be a little down party at some point here that's just going to grab some liquidity. I would not be surprised at all. People get wrecked. Here, bottom line, if you're out there in Bitcoin land, here's what I would be doing. If I was in a trade in Bitcoin and I'm not a low time frame scalper and I'm just sitting in a move, I would be taking profit right now. If the move continues, you can always get back in. Take your profit. People are always like, oh, I'm a profitable trader. But have you taken your profit? Well, no. Well, then you're not a profitable trader right now, then. You're a profitable trader once you realize that profit. Once you take it, it's yours. You got to take your profits. There's no doubt about it. Because if you're not taking your profit, you're missing the whole point. This is what this is all about. What are we just dicking around? Let me see here. Yeah, so Bitcoin just blew out the monthly range, which is wow. And just literally ejected right off the R1 on the daily. This is why we use these levels. And I've had people asking me before, what the hell is all this? I mean, because I'm looking at your chart and I see some of these different lines that they're really got the attention of Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, man, it's all distribution. It's all distribution levels. Wow. I'm just buzzing over this Netflix chart right here. Right at the end of the day. I was just like, yeah, that was a good move. Netflix is probably going to dump out. And then post-market, I think ripped up. Just ripped up. So I opened up the brokerage account and I was just like, well, now that's why you use the fine risk trades right there. I mean, it rocketed right to max risk. I was like, all right. It was like $300. It was $300 or something, right? But the profit, what was the profit on that trade? I think it was like $1,200, right? Because that's one trade where I did not sell, man. It was a call spread, right? So you're buying a call and you're selling the call. When you sell the call, it caps your profit, right? But at the same time, caps your risk, right? Caps your risk as well.
And that's the point of trading options, basically.
Yeah.
It's limiting your risk, really.
Yeah, pretty much. When it is very risky to begin with. So you got to be careful, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. And it's a good practice. I mean, honestly, it's a really good practice for people who are getting into trading to figure out some basic things to do with options, because it prevents too much greed, in a sense. It teaches you to not be too greedy if you do it right.
Oh, yeah. I know P-Funk's in here. We were talking about that 4K level, man. Boy, it almost got hit, dude. We were talking about that in the stream. Boy, it tried. Look at it. It got right up above that monthly level. Is that the top? Yeah. That's literally the top of the monthly. It closed above the top of the monthly, and it's starting to make its way up to this weekly level, which is... Let me see something. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the top of the monthly. Where is the weekly? If I remember correctly. No, it's up here. Was it that tight? Holy shit. Hold on for a sec. Oh no, whoa,
Well, I
whoa,
have the
whoa.
top of the weekly at 396.56. No.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my bad. I got these confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, top of the weekly's right there at almost 4K.
Yeah.
3999. So we just breached the top of the monthly. Top of the weekly's right here, which made sense. You usually, these are going to be some nasty little resistance levels. The fact it closed above the monthly, pretty powerful. Going into a new week, so we're going to get a new weekly range. Where is the first monthly resistance level, man? If this continues, yeah, 41. There's a second. Where is the second? There's the top of the weekly. But we got another monthly up there. There we go. 43, 42. Well, that sends some shockwaves through the market, man. But powerful minis. Powerful minis going into the end of the day, man. Powerful market just all around. Look at the dollar. What'd the dollar do? Dollar rejected off that 1SD. Closed right back down in at 68.3 Laplace. So when these futures open up Sunday evening, it'll be interesting to see what the dollar starts doing. Because it is. We talked about the dollar too. I mean, a couple months and we've been watching this thing just get weaker and weaker and weaker. There was a ton. The whole dollar bull run was doing nothing but setting up bear div between returns and price action. That was definitely something to help me gauge what was going to happen in these markets, right? Because if that dollar was going to show weakness and go back down towards 100, you're going to see these markets just go berserk. And the fact that it did, it rejected off that 1SD, man. Look, right when it got back inside then the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, bam, the markets just took off. Across the board, really. A lot of assets. At the end of the day, just ripped. And I was waiting for Airbnb, right? Because it was doing some silly shit. I saw this tight daily range, and it was just sitting there bouncing finally. What kind of percentage move was that? It wasn't too big, but for Airbnb, not bad on the daily. We'll go from bottom to top. Ended up doing 3% move, about 3%. Pretty good for a daily stock move. We like it. Let's see, anything else sticking out? Not really, man. Let me see, how did those metals close? I wanted to look at that because if I remember correctly, copper started moving again hard. Yes, it did. It was only up, but leading the metals, right? It was up almost 0.5%. Copper's on a mission. Let's see. What did that? Where are you at? Where are you at? Ticket. Where is UNG? I don't have that up here. Goodness gracious. What am I doing? Let me throw that on traditional. Let's flip this on there. There we go. UNG. Let's throw this. Boom. I could have swore that was on traditional. No. It is now, baby. It is now. Yeah, here's natural gas. United States natural gas fund. We're up here on the daily, huh? I mean, this thing's got so much bull div, it's ridiculous. One of the main reasons why I got in the trade I'm in. This thing is beat the hell up. Beat up bad. So I went out in March expiration. Yeah, man. Put on a little bullish trade. I'm bullish on it. I am. What's a 5-day? Yeah. 5-day. Got a lot of bull div too. Volatility on the 5-day is 0. 0 on the 525 read, heading up into positive correlation. Trend looks strong. But it is to the downside, man. I would love to see this either go back into randomness. I'm waiting for the predictor to flip for sure. It's a 21-day. Setting up some hidden. Let me see here. Not really. What about from back there? Yeah. Little bull div setting up. And look at this down move right here. You're getting a negatively correlated candle, but all these fissures just dump back down. You can only beat this thing up so much though, man. I do think this thing's gonna flip around and flip around quick. It's 4 hours saying, yeah, 4 hour when it closed, man. The freaking bull div central. Volatility crushed. Hey, will be interesting to see what the hell happens there. Let's flip over. I did want to look at that copper. Let's check this out real quick. God, copper looks strong. Copper looks strong. Does it look strong on the 21-day? Fuck yeah, it does. Gee, many Christmas. Setting up, though. Setting up some hidden bear. Fishers look strong, though. Volatility expanding. Positively heading, sloping back up, positively correlated. While it's significantly negative. You can see, right? It started contracting. Bam. Right here, when you started getting expansion, it went positively correlated. Going back into total random price action. That predictor doesn't flip and this thing turns down, goes back into trend. You're going to see a nice little move again, just like back here. Like crap, man. That's what I'm talking about, too. Give me a nice move. Get this baby up. Man, I'm not going to reach too far. Yeah. $5. $5. That would work. It's not too much higher, but that is a 99.7 move on the 21-day. It's pretty damn powerful. Nice little percentage move, too. What is that, about 25, 20%? 20% move, 25% move? That would do well. That would do well. Jesus, I'm starting to talk myself into a copper trade. Let me see this 5-day. Contracting, negatively correlated. Predictors to the top side. Not trending yet, man. Boy, it's trying. It's really trying. Let's see here. Are we setting up any divs? God, just a tiny bit of bear. I mean, look, it's nothing to even speak of, really. Tiny bit, and the Fishers look strong. DLP, fucking strong. Z-score a little high, but everything, yeah, man. I mean, this thing can continue moving for sure. For sure. But now, are we going to get a rejection here on the zero mean? Starting to have a little bit of an outlier. Starting having a little bit of an outlier to the downside. Man, this PA is resilient as hell. The volatility is just telling me, hey, man, this thing is going to continue up. And that's what we're seeing right here. Like the variance has started to show an outlier to the downside. Volatility is telling me, yeah, don't worry about it. No correlation at all on the move up, though. There is some bear div on the DLP, but we're still trending to the top side. See how this thing's probably going to open up. Yeah, having an outlier to the top side. Z-score's been down here. All the Fishers are up, above the mean of the bands. Starting to drop out of randomness. Still random, but starting to drop. Flat volatility, negatively correlated, of course. A couple 4-hour candles going into the close there, or at least the last day of trading. Looks good. Copper looks good. I'm going to pull up my brokerage account later and just see what the hell's going on in the March expiration on these bad boys. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What's a monthly look like? Let's really jump up. Wow, monthly having an outlier. Jesus. Pretty powerful copper. Gee, many Christmas, man. Copper's trying, isn't it? Trying to get back to the all-time highs, man. Wow. Make a move, copper, expanding, positively correlated. This whole up move's been on the monthly, heading back in it never got into trend. Never got into trend to the downside. I didn't look at this in the monthly. Wow, this is what you want to see. You want to see a nice trend on the entropy to the top side. And you can see right here, look, predictor flipped when? Right as it was going back into full randomness, and then wham! Same thing that's happening here. Will it? We'll see. Let me see something. Nope. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Oopsie daisy. Whew, strong read. Strong read on the returns oscillator. Let's see some here. That's when this returns oscillator turns down, which it's gonna, and it's up here by the 2 SD band. You get by it, right around it, this thing's gonna flip around. I'm gonna watch this correlation, especially I want to see all these Fishers on the monthly definitely work back up above the mean of these bands. DLP's starting to build again. There's no div on the DLP. The hidden bear's getting built on the returns oscillator. Okay, I've bored people enough of copper. But you can see how alpha trade, this is how we work these indicators, man. You got to be able to look at different time frames, kind of get a view. But copper looks bullish. It's been bullish. Jesus, this is where you wanted to get in. Jiminy Christmas. This bull div down here, right? It's bull div down here. But look at the fishers, man. The fishers are just driving hard. So that would your entry, you weren't going to get an entry down here. That's for damn sure. Look how much more it dropped. Plus, this moving up all the way through here until it crossed the zero mean, it was negatively correlated. Right? Literally telling you, look, price action is not following the returns, but I'll tell you what, as soon as that returns oscillator crossed the zero mean, wham, they sure started following then. This is a good example of how price action follows the returns. Now, this is not, you're not looking for a div play on the monthly. Was it set up? Yeah, but you're not going to get an entry up here. If you did, you got wrecked. Got massively wrecked. I mean, you got to go back. You got to drop down through these time frames. Yeah. That's what you got to do. So let's see here. Yeah, there was the little stutter. There was the little stutter. There was the bull div. But it was building, right? It was building. This wasn't your entry, though. No, you would have got wrecked there. And that was, you could see that up on the monthly. There it was right there. That was definitely helping with the entry. You even drop on the lower time frames. This wick down here, or this pullback up here, you go down on the 4 hour and a daily. That was a nice up move right there. That was probably where the entry was, down in there. These fishers look strong in the weekly though. That's enough copper. Talking before I talk myself into a trade. Let's see here. Anything? Holy shit! I did not realize coin moved that much. Wow. Yeah, man. Let me go down here on the daily. Yeah, I had a great day. Holy shit, I didn't know. I didn't know I wasn't looking at Coinbase. Jeez. Well, was I in a Coinbase trade? Sure was. Did I make a lot of profit? Sure did. Got out of like, I think I got out of like 49.5 or something. Did it go higher? Yeah. Am I mad I got out of the trade? No. I took my profit. That's what you do. That's what you do. Off a hidden bull. Getting this nice pop. And the correlation was negative right there at the beginning. You can see it was coming down. But now, boy, I'll tell you what, this next daily candle is probably going to go positively correlated. Turn back down in the trend. This is interesting, though. Yeah, this volatility read, man, it's expanding. It's negative. When this opens back up, you're probably going to see this correlation break. If it does, that move is going to continue for sure. 30, what time is it? I got about 12 minutes. Let's see here. What else can we look at? You know what? Put this on trad. Where you at, Coinbase? There you are. Oh yeah, we're on my way up here. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, Coinbase hadn't been listed long enough. That's right. I have to go on the daily. Let's pull this up here. Let's see what's going on. Wow. Coinbase pretty much way up in these volatility bands, man. Oh, that's interesting. 2 day looks 2 days definitely got a lot of room to run. 3 day, boom. So 3 days mean reverting as we speak. Or not quite. Not this 3 day candle, but it's close. It's going to open up a new 3 day candle on the above. Yep.
I mean, it did revert to the power mean. That's all.
Oh yeah. It reverted to the power mean. Well, hell, it reverted right here to the RMLR.
Yeah, that's true.
Daily wise, yeah. So then you're down here at about 39. Interesting. Let's see the 4 hour. Oh, this actually looks pretty damn good, to be honest. Let's reject right after 2SD. Didn't even come down. Where's the 4 hour? Yeah, 41. God. Either way, even on these low time frames, man. And we're talking about mean reversion. Yeah, this thing's gonna take your profit. Time to take profit, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. I'm not saying the move's over. I'm saying it's time to take your profit if you haven't.
Yeah, just reposition.
Exactly. Exactly.
Little buckets.
Filling the buckets. So now,
Like that spike we had today. Whatever.
I want to go to Solana. Because
Yeah.
so...
Lana had a good day yesterday.
Yeah, I did. Still having a good day. Let me look at salt. Yeah, daily. Yeah, it's about all we need to go. Wow. So I'm sure people are like, oh, it's almost at resistance. It's like silly people. The algos don't trade data set resistances.
Yeah.
That's why they get blown through all the time. People are like, oh, but YouTube Jimmy said that was great resistance and it should reject there. God, even the 200 banana moving average is down there. What the hell's happening? How did this break through there? Well, buddy, you got expanding volatility, positively correlated. Look at all the fissures too. All the fissures turning up. Got a little hidden bull right there for this late pop. Boop. Beautiful. It's actually nice. Right here. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Higher low. Lower low. Pop. Positively correlated candle. All the fissures flipped up. Good day. Good day for Solana. That's what's happening on the 4 hour. Jeez, look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, same thing, man. You're getting these outliers. This is what you want to see in a bull market. I'm not shitting. I mean, you get a positively correlated outlier to the top side, and then variance comes back to the mean, negatively correlated. Variance outlier to the top side, negatively correlated, coming back. Variance outlier to the top side, negative correlated variance coming back down. No div either. No div out here. What's this setting up? More hidden bull. More hidden bull. Coming.
Right.
Coming. And just starting the trend on the 4 hour. Hell, only the last 3 candles. Here, a young miss trying to get in. Come on, girl. Get up here. Where's your crazy brother? What did you bring in? A big leaf? Jesus. Give me that leaf. Alright. Let's see here. So yeah, Solana looking good. Looking good. Got a nice steady rise in variance. It's beautiful, man. Thing was just ramping up for this big move.
Right.
It's a beaut. It is a beaut. Obviously, from that big move right now, setting up some longer term bear div, but locally none, and it's setting up hidden, which I like. And I like the trend. The trend looks strong. These bands can get blown out. This is where I really like them. After the bands already get blown out, then you get a nice trending move. Man, these work great. Like right now, yeah, it's kind of like you got to pay more attention to volatility and stuff, because these can get blown out, just like they did at some point. Right? They were tied at some point, and then boom, they just get blown out. And then when you go back into randomness, it gives great areas. Look at the trend. Boom, boom. Beautiful thing.
Scott, what do you have on the top of that?
That's Shannon entropy percentile.
It's entropy on top, and what's on the bottom?
No, you got Shannon entropy percentile on top, and then just entropy on the bottom.
Okay. In a nutshell, what's the major difference between the two?
Between percentile and, well, it's the percentile of entropy is up here. Then this is just entropy pure, just telling you, are we in trend or randomness? Okay. Yeah, and this is what you want to see. You want to see the percentile building as you're going into trend. Percentile building as you're going into trend. Right? Percentile building as you're going into trend.
Got it. So building as you're going into trend. Got it. And then, so if you went down to a 1 minute on this.
1 minute.
So I don't know if you trade low time frames, like real small like this, but
I've been known to.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. So on this screen, I mean, do you use this screen for your entries on like what you're looking at here? All this stuff?
No, not really. It depends. It depends. You can't. I mean, if you're down here on the 1 minute and you're getting entries, exits, everything on the 1 minute, you know more than anybody, man. You got to be on your toes, taking profit quick.
Right.
But usually I'm trading the 15, getting entries down here like on the 6 to 3 minute or whatever. Yeah, I get better reads that way, doing that.
So you go 15, you would go from a 15 to a 6 or a 3 or
Yep.
whatever, right?
Yep. I'll be looking at something setting up on the 15, but I want to get a good entry, so I won't drop all the way to the 1 minute. I'll wait until I'm seeing it on 3 or 6 minute. Those are the ones I really like, because hell, this 1 minute can flip so many times within the 1 6-minute candle. It's crazy. This thing can boom, do do do.
So, like, pull it up on a 6 minute. If you're looking at a 6 minute right now, I look at this overall. So you're on a 1 minute now. If you pull this on a 6 minute,
Right.
this chart.
I just noticed something
And-
on the one, man. All the volatility's crushed, all 3 levels. But yeah, what'd you say? 6 minute? All right.
No, you're good. So you saw it setting up on a 1. So on a 6 minute, just like right now, just right now, what are you seeing?
Well, let's
Just
see.
on Solana, just using this as an example.
Well, I mean, we're definitely having an occurrence in the 981 volatility's low, 525's low. Now, real quick, I'd have to switch between all these correlations. Is this still on the 981? Let me see here. I think it is. Didn't I just flip it? I think I did. Yep. Let's put it back on
Your
1.
correlation, you go ABR1. Okay, this is what I'm trying.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why we're floating up right here, right? We had this little expansion, positively correlated, then it totally contracted, negatively correlated. So, and that's on the 525. So you can see the 981 pretty much contracting too. So if I put that on ABR2, boom. That's a little choppy. What's this on 10? Yep, I'm way down here. This should be on a 5.
Look back to a 5 when you're low, right?
Yep, that's what I just did. Boom. There we go. Oh, but that is what read? Let me go back to ABR1. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And that started to walk up, right? We had this little expansion here, little bit. Then right here it contracted, negatively correlated, then expanded positive, now contracted negative, and it's just
Contracting negative, yeah, the tendencies. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this thing looks actually, yeah, I'm on the 6 minute again. Yeah, this looks like this thing wants to do the boogaloo. Let's see. Variance. Haven't had much going on since this last little move back here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Solana looks good. I'm going to be honest. What's this 33 look like? Well, clear out, all you leverage donkeys. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Right there. There you go. There's a reason why this shit happens.
Yep.
Just taking stops out. That's
Yeah.
all that is.
Boop, boop.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. And you got everybody crying. I mean, just a great example. 99.7 Laplace pulls back right inside the 68.3, comes, boom, blasts through the 95.4 a little bit, pulls right back up, and then in the 68.3 Laplace. Every time. You see it all the time. 99.7 pulls right back up inside the 95.4, then rode it down, but then boom. Had some dojis right in here. That's why. A lot of times going sideways. That's why we love Laplace distribution. You'll see these candles. People are like, oh man, there's nothing going on. Dude, you're just riding around in the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. It's all probabilities. 68.3% chance the data set stays in there. And if you turn this on just 1 SD bands, you'll be surprised how much price action just stays inside the first standard deviation level to the top. All right. If you just like this pink line, this blue line, if that were the 1S, if that were the 68.3% range with normal distribution, you'd be amazed how much price action just stays in there, because there's a 68.3% chance it will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the probabilities get so high when you get those little outliers moving out to the 95.4 and the 99.7, why they pull back into the 68.3, and you get left with big nasty wicks like this, just wrecking retailers. They don't understand the probabilities. It's definitely, if there's anything I could tell people, if you're just wanting to learn about the probabilities, learn about the distribution. You really need to understand it. Now it's going to take some time for you to really get good, understand what you're looking at. Well, how do we get entries and exits on that? Real easy, man. Real easy. Just got to learn. Yeah. You get those massive moves. It's like, for whatever reason, if you saw this little down move here, right? I mean, this on the 30, if this were like a 1 minute chart, you are trading fast. I mean, you're down here, you're front running that 99.7 big time to take your profit. But the volatility isn't gonna. I mean, you drop down to like a 3 minute. This is the 33. This candle right here, there was probably expansion and total contractions a couple times. Who knows? Have to go back, but yeah, that's a long, man, dude. I'd have to go back a ways. Let's not do that. Yeah, 10:30. Yeah, I don't know if Yasha wants to keep this going, but oh yeah, I'm the one running it. I guess we gotta go. I forgot I got it running on OBS.
I was gonna say, I just was gonna point out that from the PB2 set on December 20th, Bitcoin today hit the 99.7 on that distribution arc, right there, just south of the normal distribution.
What time frame you on?
On the daily time frame of Bitcoin, it hit from the December 20th PB2 Laplace. It hit the 99.7 today. Right there,
I'm sure.
Top of that daily wick.
And where are you starting to move?
December 20th.
I'm gonna start one right here when it really got up above the 33.
Yeah, I've got some others. I mean, as well.
January
but
23rd.
Just saying that long arc from about a month ago, it hit that 99.7.
Whoa, where the hell
Pretty
is this
phenomenal.
thing at?
The top of that little spike on that 15-minute candle. Just
How far back is this sumbitch? Hold on, let me put this up on a weekly. Jesus. Okay. Settle down. Let me see. Where's my address? Yeah, somebody need to change your litter box. Where the hell? Let me see. Let's pull this baby up. Even if we do it on a weekly, yeah. If you start that projection on a weekly, boom. It's got room. Top side of the distribution on the weekly's up here like 27, 20. Next week, hell, it's up there at about 30K. But let's slowly drop this bitch down. Let's see. Let's go to a daily.
And that 30K is right at that power mean.
Let me see something real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's gonna be outside. I gotta pull this back into. Boom. That's the candle I wanted to start. Now let me throw a. Let's see here. Whoops. Where are you? Oh, damn, this thing is not. It keeps popping up on. We gotta have that on close. I like it on close. So. And this on this new one, I don't understand how to. Because it says they're all on there. Are they turned off on style or something?
No.
Dude, Laplace probabilities. Where the hell do you turn these bands on and off at?
Below. There's on and off for current and projection. You keep going down.
That is the bottom, dude.
Well,
I'm telling you, this is the brand new one. And I don't know if he knows. Is Donnie even in here? No, but he didn't give an option to be able to turn on and off. Or look, they're all turned on.
Right, they are all turned on.
But they're not populating.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sometimes I switch between time frames back and forth, and then I'll repopulate and stuff. But yeah,
I mean, I've tried.
He's still working on it.
There should be 6 standard deviation levels, and look at all. There's 7, or actually 7 Laplace distribution levels, which I want to fire up at 99999, which I could just change the 99. Let's see here. Boom. 99. Yeah, we're way outside the distribution. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, we had the sideways action right here. I mean, boom. So, I mean, that projection for me is kind of, I'm starting again. I'm right here.
I know. Yep.
And it's got room. Got room to run.
Sure does.
25K. It wouldn't shock me at all if this thing fucking just whammoed up to 25K either. I mean, look at it right now. I mean, it's fucking moving, man.
Yeah.
Gotta love Bitcoin. I heard some other YouTuber who was a total goofy talking about, 23 is going to be the level you're really going to have to watch at. I'm like, what are you seeing at 23? Data sets, goofy man.
Right.
Captain Caveman. That's exactly what he's looking at. Let me put it over here.
You got all these well, whatever, the silly nonsense saying, oh, this is a fake out to the upside and it's going to dump
Yeah.
soon. Okay, maybe it will dump soon, but in the meantime, there's a lot of trading to be had to the upside, so why would you ignore that?
Especially when there's literally this whole move now. Let's see what happens with the return oscillator here, but there's no bear div yet. Is it setting up? Sure, setting up, but look, you're having an outlier. You're having an outlier on today's daily candle to the top side. This thing could fly. This thing could fly. So if we're having an outlier, let me see something. Yeah, well, it kind of started yesterday, which, yeah, of course it did. Let me see
It's
something.
having an outlier in a 33 right now on Bitcoin.
Oh,
At
I'm
least on
sure.
mine.
I bet.
It's
The
really-
low time frames are all over the place.
Yeah, outlier is the word for it. This thing's outside the distribution. So we're going to have to see what happens with the returns oscillator here, for sure. Well, look at all the fishers turning back up. Trending again. Trending again.
Yeah, I mean,
like it.
4 hours. Going cuckoo, it's great. Love it.
But here we are, like, here's the first standard deviation, normal distribution at about 23.4. Then you got the 95.4 Laplace at about 23.5. Second standard deviation, almost 24K. Almost 24K. I could see that. I could see that. Then you got that weekly. Got the weekly R2. I believe we already talked about it right at 24. Yeah, I don't see Bitcoin this weekend escaping right here. At least not today. Now if this 2SD up here, it could get a wick through, but there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin's data set does not close above 23,834 today.
Mm-hmm.
23.83. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So that's going off the Laplace, right?
No, that's normal. Laplace is at what, 23,582? Yeah. So if we're talking Laplace, yeah, there's a 95.4% chance it doesn't close above that Laplace distribution level, 23,580. That's why I have both Laplace and normal.
Base, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Yep. And usually, your 95.4 Laplace and second standard deviation, they're going to be the closest when it comes to the two distribution levels. They're not as close as they usually are. I mean, $300. It's not that, or $400. Not that far of a spread, but still, they're usually pretty damn close to each other. Mm-hmm. So normal distribution, the distribution's blown out a little more than Laplace, that's for sure. Interesting. Solana, feel free to run with Bitcoin, you little shit. I know it's correlated. I checked the other day, so yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuffs. Real good stuffs. Yeah, let's why don't we just pick back up Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see how Bitcoin handles the rest of today and tomorrow before 5 p.m. Central Standard Time when the futures open back up. Gonna be pretty exciting. Gonna be some moves, be some good trades to get into options wise on Monday. So yeah, appreciate everybody showing up on the weekend. Good times. Hopefully we gave a little insight into these markets a little bit. And yeah, again, we'll see you Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.